All right, we're going to get right into it. The last video I showed you guys proof positive that the FDA is complicit in all of our ailments. They're letting food get through our systems that they know is causing us harm, the American people, okay? But they let it go anyway so that their friends in Big Pharma can scoop you up and put you into their loving, cradling arms. Here is basically an admission of it.
What's going on here is that the food industry has figured out that there's a combination of sweet, carbohydrate, and salt that goes to our brains and is very, I think it's addictive. Now, that's my opinion. And I think it's the same neural circuits that are involved in opioid addiction and other kinds of addiction that we have. And they've studied this. But here's a way to think about it. The food is probably addictive. And
engineered to be addictive.
This is not an FDA policy. This is my opinion, having looked at it.
Mm-hmm. Oddly enough, you heard the guy in the video that I posted yesterday say that they haven't even done any studies on the red dye in at least a decade. I'll play it again for you just in case you missed it.
I want to ask you about Red 3 and Red 40, both of you, and get your comments on this. It's not a conservative or a liberal standpoint. I think we all need to understand as a group about how we've gotten to this point. The FDA has a position that food colorings like 40 are safe for kids' ingestion. Do both of you stand behind that, Dr. Caleb?
I'm going to refer that to Mr. Jones.
Okay.
We have not evaluated Red 40 in over a decade.
Oddly enough, yesterday, well, I guess no one's paying attention on the weekend news, the FDA finally will ban artificial red dye from beverages, candy, and other foods. A decision on red dye number 3, the synthetic coloring made from petroleum, could come in the next few weeks. The Food and Drug Administration may finally move to ban the artificial red food dye, the coloring found in beverages, snacks, cereals, and candies. At a Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pension Committee meeting on Thursday, Jim Jones, the FDA's deputy commissioner for the human foods, said it's been over a decade since the safety of the synthetic color additive red number 4 had been reevaluated. With red number 3, they have a petition in front of us to revoke the authorization board, and we're hopeful that within the next few weeks we'll be acting on that petition, he said. I mean, this is crazy, y'all. House Energy and Commerce Committee ranking member Frank Pallone Jr., Democrat, New Jersey, also urged the FDA to ban red number 3, which is made from petroleum and gives food and drinks brightly cherry color. With the holiday season in full swing, sweet treats are abundant. It is frightening that this chemical remains hidden in the foods that we and our children are eating. Pallone wrote in a letter to the agency, while food companies must ensure that the food they market is safe, there are also only required to ensure that their products meet the FDA standards. This means that thousands of products may contain this chemical can remain on the market. Y'all, this is just like a little speck of sand on the problems with the American food system, and they know it. I'm going to show you guys an article right here. This is from 2010, 14 years ago. Canada was already talking about this and raising concerns. And in case you didn't know, in 2024 this year, California required that all red dye products have a warning label on them. I also showed you guys this video from Sweden where American candy does have a warning label on it.
I'm in a store here in Sweden. We have very strict food regulations what should and not should be put in food or edibles in Europe. So I went to this place called Matvärden. Here they have this USA shelf, and I looked at Airheads. On the back of Airheads you can see warning labels. Contains ACO colorants that can have negative effect on child's behavior and concentration.
So what changed? Why all of a sudden this information about the red dye, which is not the only product that we're ingesting that's making us sick and causing us health problems? But I just thought that you guys, if I could do it that fast and bring it to your attention, maybe you could see that it was only because they brought it out in the hearings and people are talking about it, because everyone's been screaming about this for years and years and years. The problems with the dyes in our food in America is no secret. Okay, so don't be bamboozled into thinking, well, what happened? It was so safe before. It has never been safe. The dyes in American food have always been petroleum based and very toxic to your body. And it causes things supposedly like ADHD. So what happens? Your kid ingests that candy and all that stuff that you're giving them, right? Because you just think it's sold at the store, so it must be okay. And we just had Halloween too. How many of you guys partake in that? Then they start taking that candy and it starts wiring them up, right? It causes them to have problems with their behavior. It causes them to be anxious. And then what do? You don't like that, and the teachers don't like that, so what do? They put them on the Ritalin and all these other drugs that are messing with their psychology, all right? Because all this stuff is connected. Whew. That's all I got for you guys today. It's up to you to be your own health advocate. Just because they sell it at the store doesn't mean that it's good for you or that you should eat it or drink it, right? Just remember, for the love of money is the cause of all kinds of evil. And no one cares about you more than you, supposedly. I mean, you should be your own advocate, and then you should be the advocate of your children and your family, and then bigger and bigger out from there, okay? But I found this very interesting that all of a sudden this is in the spotlight. We have them on record saying they haven't even tested this stuff in over a decade, and now there's talk, and possibly, probably, I would say, that they're going to remove it from our food system. That's just one win, and we have to keep putting on the pressure. Share this video with your friends so they can see, like, these conspiracy theories, they're all actually true, all right? And this whole Syria thing, some wild stuff out there, y'all. Be careful. We'll see you on the next video. That's tomorrow. Monday, live show, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be here right on YouTube.
Did you guys know that in the 16, 17, and 1800s, chocolate was consumed as a beverage? There was no such thing as a chocolate candy bar. Well, we're bringing chocolate tea back to the 21st century because it's loaded with antioxidants our body loves, and it's a great source of magnesium that's wonderful for bone and heart health. It's a great addition to your coffee machine or your French press, or just along with your favorite sweetener. You can find it on offgridwithdougandstacy.com, along with our brand new tea infuser, simple to use for easy steeping. Cheers!